Yesterday in the Tamil Nadu budget, a big largesse was announced for the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. Among the many things that were announced was that the government has said that 21,000 crore worth of power projects will be commissioned in the next few years, and that will bring in 3,230 megawatts, which will be added actually in 1 year, March 2014, they say. And to improve the financial condition of the TN Electricity Board, the government has taken over 50% of the short-term loans of the electricity board, and they have also said that they will give 11,200 crores in the form of state government guarantees to loans to be raised from PFC and REC. We have with us M Narendra, Chairman and Managing Director of Indian Overseas Bank. The bank has 1,000 crore exposure, we understand, to the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board. Mr. Narendra, thank you very much. Is that your exposure, 1,000 crore? And
yes, 1,100 crores. Yeah.
Okay. What has been your conversation with the Electricity Board after the government saying that it will assume 50% of the short-term loans? That means 50% of 12,200 crore. 6,100 crore will be assumed by the state government. How do matters change for you? Will you lend more to them?
You see, this as per the package of the Ministry of Power duly approved by the Finance Ministry. The Tamil Nadu government was, of course, the first to increase the tariff. Also, they have opted for this restructure recently. State Bank of India is doing the restructure in the package of the government. Accordingly, the 50% of the liability will be taken over by them in the form of SLR bonds. Or they may issue, or they may take it to their own account.
But they have said they will take only 50% of short-term loans. They have not spoken anything about the balance, some 30,000 crores of long-term loans.
No, it is like that. Out of the overall, it has to be in line with the government package.
Okay.
So, out of the overall their exposure, that is mainly because if the short term is taken, balance will remain as a long term loan as for the package. It is in any this one, the balance 50 will be taken by the bank, and incrementally they will have to give government guarantee for their working capital. That is as for the package. So, it will in a way reduce our liability. It will also give us an opportunity, and they had never done the earlier restructure. In the case of other, if at all any other power of the state, when they did the restructure, means that much portion will be reduced from our books. Here also, now that they are taking out, that much liability also will be reduced.
So your liability of 1,100 crore will become 550 crore? Is that the way we have to understand it?
Yes. That will be reduced. The balance, you have an opportunity if you want. The non-SLR bond, if you find the rate is good, you can invest, or they may take it to the market, and other mutual funds and other long-term investors may invest in that.
Okay. Sir, you pointed out that the Tamil Nadu government was one of the first few to implement a big tariff increase.
Yes.
Have they, last year, have they indicated how much they will be doing so in FY14?
That, of course, I am not having them. But the fact is that when along with the other few states, then they have taken the initiative. I am sure they will have that market-related rate to be done, and even in the terms of not only this electricity, even in the local transport, they have increased, because the Tamil Nadu government has got a Vision 2023, a long-term plan to do a lot of infrastructure, power-related. Of course, as you rightly mentioned in the beginning, they are taking care. There are a lot of industrial activity they are welcoming from the international investors. So, in a way, they will be having market-related pricing, but maybe in the according to the current guidelines of our what you call Electricity Commission, they may be doing that.
Okay. Now, immediately, Mr. Narendra, what will be the impact on your P&L with respect to your loans, your exposure to TNEB? If you are going to swap them into longer term loans or state government loans, won't you suffer a lower interest rate? Because state government loans obviously will come at a lower interest rate. There will be an NPV loss for you?
That is that's for the whatever, no, because but it is only good thing is half the amount being taken over, it is for the balance amount. And of course all loans were not short term. In fact, they have with the Tamil Nadu was the only state who have been servicing our loan very regularly.
Okay.
There were no arrears. So some of them may be long term, some of them may be short term, but altogether now the short term will be taken over, the long term will remain with us. But in view of the fact that as per the package of the SBI, if there is a long term repayments are given, and also the rate of interest variance. To that extent, the net present value has to be provided. Of course, I have not.
So how much will you? Okay, you have not worked out how much you have to provide.
Yeah. But that is of course, it will not be too high because even in the earlier case they were giving a reasonably good rate, and the current restructure also in a way not so low rate. They will be trying to protect our net present value.
Will it be what, 50 crores?
200 basis may be different, not beyond that.
Okay, so what will the provisioning amount to?
Of course, I have not worked. I can in the later next.
All right. Okay, for the remaining part as well, there will have to be a moratorium on both principal and interest, or only on principal. There is a 3-year moratorium on principal repayment. So any NPV will have to be provided for in that case?
Yeah, it is in line with that. Yeah, as you rightly said.
So you have to make a provisioning even for the balance 50%?
Yes. That is we have to make. Around 2.75 at the moment, yeah. Will
you lend more to the TNEB now that you will have an exposure?
Tamil Nadu, as you rightly said, we are the SLBC head there, and we are one of the important bank. Since the government guarantee is coming, and as per even the package of the government of Ministry of Power, that the incremental limit has to be in a consortium approach, and it has to be properly assessed, and it has to be against the guarantee. So in the view of that, they have also provided, as you rightly mentioned in the beginning.
So SBI will also, SBI, PNB will also increase their exposure.
Yes, they will have to participate together incrementally requirement of working capital through a consortium approach. And SBI is taken the lead as to that.
What is your experience with the state government guarantees? There were chairmen in the past who said that you can keep on writing to state governments, they never reply, and they don't pay in lieu of the SCBs. So would you worry about that?
Yeah, these were some time back, not necessarily about Tamil Nadu, some of the states long back. Currently, we find that
guarantees are honored?
Yes, currently the awareness are very good, and they never leave the chance for such guarantee to be invoked also.
Okay.
And even in the state, SLR and all, the payments are all very regular. In no state we have such any outstanding currently. So in fact, even in the GSEC and all, state GSEC, depending on the rating of the growth of that particular state and all, some states get a better preference as compared to other states. But overall, their performance, state government also is reasonably good. There is no such opportunity for any invoking now.
Okay.
All right, sir, since we have you, last quarter your asset quality worsened quite a bit. Just one word, is Q4 going to be better or worse than Q3?
No, this quarter will be definitely better, and they are the beginning. No, we had some what you call bigger account and all, but currently, of course, the accounts which are going to the CDR mode and also reasonably, there are some are in the pipeline and all, but as far as the default ratio will be definitely lower than the last quarter.
All right, sir. On that optimistic note, thank you very much for joining us and explaining those details. So looks like the first state will get in and sign up. It could be either Uttar Pradesh or Tamil Nadu, but looks like at least some states are going to sign up for